Hello, River Landing. Merry Christmas and soon to be a Happy New Year. Tinker has just returned from her host family. It's a family that sits her when I go out of town. They have twin girls that are 2 years old, and Tinker sleeps with them. And so Tinker gets lots of attention and has a wonderful time at her host family, so she'll be worn out. And I just got back from DC where I spent time with my grandson, and I spent so much time there I didn't even have time to shave. So there. Yeah. I want to tell you about Richard John Niehaus, or John Richard Niehaus, I think he goes by. He was a pastor in the early 20th century and actually one of the foremost theologians of the early 20th century. He began his pastoral career in the precursor of hospice. This is before hospice ever began, and so hospitals had these large rooms with 50 to 100 beds, like you would imagine in a medical army facility or something. And these 50 to 100 beds were filled with people who were actively dying. And so he spent his days holding the hands of people who died, and about 2 or 3 a day he witnessed dying. And for a 20-something-year-old, that puts you in touch with your own mortality a little more than you would like. And so he was struggling with it. And he was sitting with one patient and holding his hand. And the man could obviously see the stress and the strain on the young pastor's face. And he reached out his hand and touched John's face. And then he said, "Oh, there's nothing to fear." And then he breathed his last and was gone. The experience had an indelible impact for that young pastor. And I hope it might for you as well. As we think about a pretty anxious year that is passing, 2 years, and we look toward the unknown of a 2022, I hope that you hear this message deep within your own soul. Oh, there is nothing to fear. A happier new year, my friends.